So for those of you who don't know, I have a retrospective ranking. Wait, what? No. For those of you who don't know, I have a retrospective series coming out soon. When we taking a critical look back at every single Zombies game, minus Advanced Warfare. Maybe we put a pin in that. Before I take a look back and replay and revisit every single Zombies map, I thought, you know what? Wouldn't it be fun if I just took a look back now from memory, rank the maps, and see if my opinion changed at all throughout the retrospective? So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're just gonna be ranking the maps. I got them all in a release order down here, I think. But yeah, we're gonna rank all of them. I am not gonna be including some because this includes Dad Ops Arcades and the DS maps, and I don't know if I should count the DS maps in this because I'm not going to be reviewing them. Now, Noct is kind of a weird case for me because on one hand, nostalgia, I love it. On the other hand, it's kind of dated. Like, I'm sure that's come as a shock to absolutely no one, right? Oh my god, Nocturne Totems is old. Who would have thunk it? But I still think for its age, it does have some merit to it. Like, I actually really think it's really well balanced in solo anyway. I like the challenge aspect of it. I think this is the one map that benefits from the wonky AI sometimes, but it still is an old World at War map that has minimal features, slow ass rounds. I think I'll put it in C tier, just right in the middle, because it's not bad, it's just dated. Like, it's not good enough to be up here, but it's not bad enough to be in these categories. So I think I'm gonna put it for C for now. D? You wanna put it, I need to put chat on screen. There we go, we can see chat now. Yay. I think D's way too low, madam. I mean, it's just a little dated. Moving on though, we have Verrückt. Maybe that's gonna be a D map. Spoiler alert, it's not. I fucking love Verrückt, y'all. It's one of my favorite survival maps of all time. I'm not gonna be saying this a lot because I just really like survival maps, but I love it so much. I think it might be B tier for me. But is that too high, I think? I'm trying to think. It's like, I just love the sheer difficulty of it. It's like a fun map you can play for 30 minutes. Like, if you have 30 minutes to kill, like, before you have something to do. Yeah, bottom of B. I think that's where I'm gonna put it, because Verrückt is really good. It's just not like, it's not like an S tier, A tier survival map. It's lower the bottom of the barrel when it comes to survival maps, but it's still really fucking good. So I think I'm gonna put it in B. Shinonuma. I'm a kid. Alright, Shinonuma. I have a confession to make, chat. I fucking hate Shinonuma. It's going straight to D tier. Like World at War Shinonuma is not as bad as the others, but I do not like Shinonuma at all. It's slow, it's boring, it's an eyesore. The only good thing I can say about it is it introduced the Wunderwaffe and lights in the box. I hate moving Pack-a-Punch. There's nothing I like about this map. It's going in D. Only reason it's the only reason it's not an F, or I never want to play this map again, is simply the Wunderwaffe and the Flogger. Ever played World at War Shinonuma? You're not missing much. Der Riese.
Moving Pack-a-Punch.
Did I say moving Pack-a-Punch? I meant to say moving perks,
yeah.
Random mag perks. Thank you, Eric. Der Riese. This is gonna be a controversial take, but I'm putting it in C right above Noct. Because I think World at War design-wise is a fucking flawless map. Like, on paper, Der Riese is perfection. But the World at War glitches really brings down the map. Like, me and Eric recently tried to do maybe a month or two ago. We tried to do pack-punching every World at War con. Obviously, we had to play Der Riese. And we just constantly had game-breaking bug after game-breaking bug that, you know, it just kept fucking us over. And Der Riese is just, like, on paper, it's phenomenal. But it's so buggy on the old hardware. Not just because it's buggy on PCs in general, too, but I just have to knock it down a point for how unplayable it is due to the issues. I'm sure if, like, I downloaded, like, a mod to make it work better, it'd be, like, A tier. Mario, not because I'm listening to a record, but Alpha Omega S tier. Fuck you, Carter. I'm gonna go. You know exactly where it's going. You know exactly where it's going.
That's Carter?
The Nerd Dojo?
Excuse me, Carter? The now liar about being based?
If you don't put it there, I will cancel you. Right. Speaking of C tier maps, Kino Toten, easy C tier. It's middle of the road. It's perfectly average. Like, I played it recently. There's nothing bad about it, like per se, but it doesn't excel anything either. Like, there's so many maps that does its premise a lot better, and it doesn't really do anything bad, but it doesn't excel anything. It's like perfectly middle of the road here. So I think putting it right in the middle at C would be perfect. Because like where else would I put it? Like maybe a low B tier, but I feel like that might be pushing it a little bit. Like I want this also to be disproportionate. I mean, I want this also to be like portion out, so like not a lot of S tier, not a lot of this tier. So like it would make sense a lot of things be in the middle of the road. But I do wonder if I should go a little bit higher on Kino. Kino's actually the best time map of all time. You know what? We'll put it here for Chaos Silencer and for all the memes we had. 5. I'm gonna have another controversial take here, chat. I fucking love 5. One of my favorite BO1 maps. I love the I'm not one of those people that grew up into liking 5, hated 5, and then grew up and liked 5. I always liked 5. Like, I sucked at 5. And I did used to prefer Kino, but I always did enjoy 5. Like, I don't know what it was. I don't know if I just didn't play it that often because it was obviously harder. But the color palette, the zombie models, the guns, like, I don't know why I just prefer, like, when I think BO1 launch, I think 5 instead of BO1. 5 minutes best, like, it's not, no, you know, it's not amazing, but yeah, I think it's pretty alright for a fun survival challenge. I think I'm gonna put it above Verrückt for the moment. 5 is a 5 out of 10, exactly! Nocturne Toten, because technically these maps launched alongside BO1, you just had to have the harder edition to get them until Moon. You know what I said for 5 about being a fun survival map? This applies to Nocturne BO1 as well, and I think it deserves about a similar spot, honestly. So I'm powering through these, there's a lot of maps, and I'm trying to dilly dally. And we come to something else, BO1 Verrückt, and I'll be honest, even though I've been like putting these like top, you know, I like, okay, I should probably explain BO1 Noct a little bit more before I put it there. Now I'll go ahead and put it back. I think Noct is already a perfectly balanced map, but I think BO1 Noct really brings out the challenge aspect of the map. Like, I honestly think BO1 Noct is the second hardest map of all time, just behind Bus Depot. The way the zombies AI is, I just fucking love this map. Like, the only knock I have against it is the AI, not AI, the weapons in BO1. Just are absolute trash. And those are the only weapons we have. So like, I think BO1 Noct is a good survival map. It's not, you know, not good enough to be A tier or S tier because it does have the weapons issue. It does share the same issues as the same weapons as 5 though. And I do think Noct being just a slight bit more open and having a thunder gun does slightly push it above 5 because all 5 has is the Winter's Howl. So speaking of Winter's Howl, we have Verrückt. Let's have Verrückt go, chat. It's obviously, you know, if you guys can tell by now, survival maps are getting a big plus in my opinion. It's obviously going to more in B tier. But does it go before or after Verrückt? I mean, before or after 5? Because it definitely is not better than BO1 Noct. But I can't tell if it's better or worse than BO1 5. Because they both have the Winter's Howl. I'm starting to think maybe it should be a little bit above 5 just because it has better map design and better art style. But I'm a little conflicted here, chat. Before or after 5, where should it go? Also, Eric, when I say chat, you count as chat, so you can give your opinions.
Code Red.
Code Red. I'm gonna put it above 5 because it does have a way better art style. Like that's where Verrückt exceeds. Verrückt is one of the few above 5. Yeah, because this is one of the few actually scary zombie maps. Like hearing the clown, like the circuit soundtrack in the background, in one of the rooms. It's fucking terrifying. Like that shit made me poop my pants. Like, yeah, I think just for art style alone, it does deserve to go by above 5, but it's not better than Noct in terms of gameplay. So I'm playing the Archeon. Bruh. Shi No Numa BO1. F tier. I fucking hate it. All my issues, okay, I'll be honest, I'm guys a little bit too hard on Shi No Numa and World at War. Because all my issues with Shi No Numa comes from BO1 Shi No Numa and just gets amplified in BO3. Fuck you, Shi No Numa. I hate you. I hate your guts. I hate your ugly art style. I hate your bad guns. I hate your only thing good about you is the flogger. BO1 Darius. Easy S tier. Like remember what I was talking about BO1 about Darius being S tier on paper, but just had too many issues bogging down. Darius is what if it didn't have that issues? It's fucking fantastic. Everything works just right. You have still have the World at War weapons, so you're not stuck with just awful. Wait, I accidentally put. Oh, there we go. You're not stuck with awful BO, World at War weapon, BO1 weapons. You have the World at War weapons. The Wunderwaffe actually fucking works. It looks amazing. Like even for a 12-year-old game at this point, it looks pretty fucking good. It's gonna be the first S tier, I think. Like whenever this is for me the definitive version of Darius. If I want to play Darius, it's usually that. Like I know Darius Declassified is pretty nice, but still, whenever I want to play Darius, I go to BO1 Darius. Ascension. I'm gonna put Ascension in C tier, I think. Like, because Ascension did a lot of things right. Nah, I'm gonna put it. I am, but I'm also gonna bring Kino down the C tier as well. Because I think Ascension is just a more improved Kino. Like, all the issues Kino has, Ascension kind of fixes in a way. Like, it's not as boring. But also, it's kind of ugly. Honestly, I don't mind the monkeys. I think the monkeys is what makes the map looks a little bit, because, like, it's not, it'd just be running around in a circle mindlessly for 10 hours. Jin, be honest, are you just saying Ascension's in D tier because you got it around 50 on your stream? I can't wait till I get to BO3 Origins and see your opinion on that one. I am gonna put it in C tier because it is fun for what it is. It introduced PhD and Stamina Up. It has a pretty, okay, I'm not gonna say pretty good map design because that one area with Stamina Up is just so far out of the fucking map. You never go there once buying Stamina Up. It's, and Stronger Pack Punch. It's like wasted space. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is it better than Kino? You know what, it's better than Kino just because it has PhD, I think. But it's not B tier, really, I don't think. Call of the Dead. Now, usually I'd put Call of the Dead in easy S tier as well. But here's my thing, chat. Is it really S tier worthy? It's like, it has quite a few issues. Ascension's better than Kino, definitely, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, the Wonder Weapons are fucking trash. There's no traps on the map, meaning with how BO1's health system works, you're just fucked doing the most boring shit ever past round 60. Round 100 is literally impossible in solo, I'm pretty sure. Eric, double check that for me. Has anyone gotten round 100 on Call of the Dead solo? I know they haven't co-op because of the BR11. I don't know if they have in solo. Yeah, just George, I actually kind of like George. I know he's annoying, especially in top when he has a million health, but he does give you a good reward. The Easter egg's pretty good, at least for solo. Like, I actually do enjoy the solo Easter egg a lot. So it's definitely A tier. I think the Wonder Weapons holding it back and the map design not being the best kind of does bring it to A tier because it is very annoying to traverse the map. So yeah, because if you're at Lighthouse, you have to go on the entire map to get from Lighthouse to the boat. Like the boat, obviously you can just take the flogger, or the flinger, but there is no flinger on the boat side. And after playing Tadger Toten, it really does show just how the map design was not the best back then. The game has good gameplay loop. I love the characters, and the Scavenger is awesome until around 40. But yeah. Also, it introduced Deadshot, not a good perk.
Also, about the Call of Dead thing, yeah, the highest round is around 92.
I thought it was 94, but yeah. Like, for the longest time, it was 84.
Well, for
that
solo.
was 84. That was why, because it was 84 for the longest time, and I thought it was 94. That's why. Shangri-La. I think this is a B tier map. Like, I'm trying to figure out where in B tier. I think it'd go. Is it the best survival map we've had up to this point? Maybe. F. I think it's a. I think this is a map that is supposed to be intentionally challenging. Like, I think this is probably like Cheng has warm, so it's A tier. Maybe not A tier, but I am thinking like head of B tier, because like as a survival map, it fucking excels. Like, it's one of the I think it's one of the most strategic maps up to this point, because it really does let you customize the high ground to what you prefer. Like, sure, there's only one training area, but you know, a lot of these maps is like you kind of get fucked over, and you know, there's not much. I don't know. I'm talking on my ass. I don't really know what I'm saying, but I do think Shangri-La has a really fun high round, especially if you're a more skilled player, because a lot of things you exploit, like the monkeys to get perks and ammo, especially because a lot of one weapons don't drop ammo. BO1, the way you can actually kill with the there's a million ways to kill zombies with the baby gun other than just running into them, which is, I think, pretty cool. Action mix Mustang and Sally's useful past round 50, and I think all in all, it's a good survival map. It's not as good as Call of Duty Breeze, but I do think it definitely deserves B tier. I think it deserves to be right behind Verrückt, I think. I'm about the map, so that means that's bad. Well, we have one that might be the case. BO1 Moon. Honestly, is this gonna be my I never want to play this map again? Because I never want to play this map again after getting it in my BO1 achievements video. Yeah, I think that kind of fits the bill. BO1 Moon is so laughably bad, it's insane. Like I am so the only thing I'm thankful for Zombie Chronicles for is for giving us a playable Moon. Because this map fucking reeks. Like, it has a lot of good ideas, but it just has awful gameplay. This was the one map I think weapons being bad is actually atrocious to the gameplay, because the way the gravity works, if you get trapped, you're not going to be able to kill fast enough to get out of the corner. I just, maybe this is because I'm not good enough to play Moon, but I fucking hate this map. I don't want to revisit it ever. Like, the only time I played it in the last couple years on BO1 was literally just for the achievements video. Like, that's the only time I plan on ever playing it. Maybe if I do like an all zombie maps, I'd revisit it, but it's not really for fun, it's only for torture. So, yeah. Alright, we have the DS maps. Alright, Shadow, I don't know what you expected from me. I'm not gonna put these in S or 8 tier. These are not great maps.
Put them in the greatest maps of all time, S++ tier. They're goated.
I have to put it not including the ranking. How can you even rank the temple with Call of the Dead? Like, they're just not even in the same design sphere. Like, I can't include DS maps on here. I'm sorry, chat. Moving on, Transit. Maybe it's just the COD cycle talk. Transit's not that bad. Like, it's easily top of D tier. But
it is a map you can have fun with your friends on, but that is it.
I disagree. Like, obviously, you can, because I disagree with that argument, because you can have fun with your friends doing anything. I could shoot myself in the foot, and if I have a funny group of friends, I can still find that fun. I think Transit is something you can have fun on your own if you go into it with the mindset of knowing this map is shit and you make fun of the map. Like, if you go into it trying to play it all serious and sweat you're gonna fucking hate yourself. You're gonna end the game with a bullet to your head. If you go in there just to fuck around for 20 minutes, do some dumb shit, you have a okay time. Like, a lot of my fun maps have been in solo. Like, obviously, I've had fun maps with you, Ash, and Till, and then also had some, growing up playing with friends. I don't think it's an F tier map.
You name the match that got us together.
Oh, that map. Okay, yeah, you. Okay, I'm putting this map in everyone playing again. Now, I think it's D tier. It's not a good map, but I think it was definitely overblown when it comes to it being bad. Busty Poe. Where do I want to put Busty Poe at? I think it's gonna be top of C tier. Like I like the first room challenge on it, the starting room challenge, but that's about it. I like on it. I don't really like going for high rounds on it. I feel like at that point I'd just rather play Knocked instead of this map. I just, it's alright. Actually, I'm gonna put bottom of B tier maybe.
Oh no.
Yeah, bottom B tier. Farm.
No, Jen. We sealed the teal, on transit.
Yeah. We wasn't
Not
on the
just
green
green
run.
run. Yeah.
Alright, farm. Maybe it's that fucking challenge I did recently speaking, but I do not like this map anymore. It went from being like, it's alright. Oh, I didn't mean to turn inspect element on. It went from being like, okay, to I hate this map. Why can't I turn inspect element off? I'm being serious, it won't cut off.
Don't you need to refresh the page, mayhaps?
No,
Maybe we just need to.
I had to go out of full screen.
Oh.
There we go. I think farm C tier, I think. But is it above these maps? No, it can't be. I think it's a low, very bottom of C tier. I think is where it deserves to go. Town. This map fucking sucks. I don't know if people like it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I was only kidding. I'm only kidding. You know that, right? I do think it's not the best map people make it out to be. I do think it's a pretty fun survival map. I'm gonna put it top of B tier. But I don't see what people mean when they say it's extra A tier. Or when they call it the best map in Black Ops 2. Like, it's fun. But I don't see it being on par with Call of the Dead or Deuce, honestly. Or BO1 Deuce, I mean. You typing in my chat about to call me a slur?
No.
Is that you writing a breakup manifesto? Alright. Now, it's time for me to ruin all my credibility in the zombies community with this one. Nuketown. A tier. Okay, it's not A tier, but it's high B tier. It's better than Town. I said it. Nuketown is better than Town. You guys can suck it up and leave. People complain about randomized perks, but I think this is the one map it works in. Because imagine it's dumb AF in Shinuma. It's dumb in Die Rise. What's another map that has random perks? I'm trying to think. It's dumb in Zetsubo, because it's barely done in Zetsubo. It's dumb in Shang. But in Nuketown it works. It's like, okay, think about this, okay? Imagine every perk was there around 1. And you could get Jug around around 5 every game. The map would be boring then. The randomized perk actually spices up the map a bit, in my opinion. So I just gotta put it high B tier. I love this map. It's my favorite survival map of all time. Like, nothing comes close to, okay, remember this light because it's comparable with World War II, but it's pretty good. I think for now, B tier is where it goes. Die Rise.
What the fuck?
What?
Reagan's not an explosive in Vanguard?
No.
God damn it.
It's not coded by PhD anyway. Die Rise. Now, if you asked me this 3 months ago, I would have put it in, I never would play this map again, or F tier. But after doing it for, my achievements video, I actually kind of enjoyed it. It shouldn't be random, it should have a set order. I don't think so, Jin. I think, even if you did a set order, if you just had it be, because if you did a set order, I would say round 1, quick revive, round 5, speed call, round 10, double tap, round 15, I don't know, fucking Pack-a-Punch maybe? Jugs, and round 20 be Pack-a-Punch. That should be my order. I think you should have it. I think the randomness does, because those make it to where you can have some games that are easy, some games that are hard. Never know what you're gonna get. Die Rise though, I hated it at first, but I had some fun in it replaying it. I do think it's top of D tier. I'm no longer the biggest Die Rise hater. I do see some appeal to Die Rise. It's not a great map, it's not a good map, it does a lot fucking wrong. But I don't think it's like the bottom of shit mountain like I thought it was. Mob of the Dead. I don't think Mob of the Dead's S tier, chat. I think it's a very, 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 very high A tier, like top of A tier. Because, well, okay, maybe not. Maybe it's bottom S tier because like it has a lot of good shit in it. The writing is just fucking superb. Voice acting is amazing. It makes me want to nut. The soundtrack is just a mwah. But the gameplay is B tier. Like the gameplay is not much special. Like it has good gameplay. I like the gameplay, but it's not. You know, it's not no just pure fucking gameplay. It's fucking beautiful. Like, okay, Rise of Dark has really good writing as well. Really good voice acting. Has good gameplay. Shadow's Evil. I'd say Shadow's better than Mob because it has great gameplay on top of having great writing and story. I think having good game, like, this is a game. Yes, you should strive to have good writing and voice acting, obviously. You know, having bad writing and voice acting can bring a map down. But I think the #1 focus should always be on the gameplay, not the story. Story should be a close second, but gameplay, and I think Mob was the first map we really saw story take precedent over gameplay, and even though the gameplay is still really good, it's just not as good as it could be, I think. So I'm going to put it bottom of S tier. It's probably going to get pushed down to be the very bottom of S tier. Okay, I want to put the... I am kind of wondering though, is it better than Be a Wonder East? I think Be a Wonder East beats it just purely on a gameplay standpoint. Diner Turned. Fuck this map. I know technically that map is turned, but fuck it. It's awful. We had to do this for, the only good thing I have about this map is that me and Eric had to do it for our achievements video. And me, Eric, Ash, and I think we was playing with Twitch at the time. BO2 was being junked and put us on the lobby, so we decided, you know what? Let's just all, we had to join public match anyway, so let's all just, you know, get in public match and try to boot up together. And we spent 15 minutes trying to get in a public match because there was one guy playing Diner Turn on PC who kept trying to find a match and kept logging with us and readying up. He's like, yes, finally, I've been waiting for 12 years, but I can finally play Turn with other people. And we just left immediately every time. It was so funny. Other than that, I have no good memories of this map. Buried. I think it's high C tier. It's a middle of the road map. Doesn't do anything wrong, but it doesn't really excel at much. Has some good art design, art direction, but it's just middle of the road, I think. You know, this is directly in the middle, so I think being the highest in the middle is a pretty good standard. Origins. I think Origins is B tier, chat. I think Origins is... I'm gonna have to put it in high B tier. Because I know it's like the crown jewel for the zombies community, but I think it does a lot fucking wrong. Like, when it does something good, it does it really good. But boy, does it do some shit really fucking bad too. It's like it has high highs but low lows. Like, I'll be up to actually. Got bottom of this. Origins mid B tier. I can't say it's worse than, you know, Nuketown or Town in my opinion. I think Origins does exceed just because it has more to do. But it's definitely, you know, no great map. Like the mud works in some areas. I will say that. Robots Feet, great area for mud. The big 10th pack by Church, great map. Great area for it to be. The trenches doesn't deserve to be in the trenches. It doesn't deserve to be around Gen 4, like in that tiny ass area. All it is artificial difficulty meant to slow down the player and make it harder. All it does is piss off the player. Jason Blundell has a great quote in the Mob of the Dead interview where he says, "The goal of design balancing is to have when a player dies to be like, that's my fault. I'm the reason I died. And you do not get this with all the deaths in BO in Origins. A lot of the deaths in Origins are just bullshit. The game was wanting to be hard, so they do something you really cannot counter out at you. The mod's even worse in BO3, but we'll get to that when we get to that. The RNG involved in this step, it's just fucking awful. You know, they at least have that glitch to where you can skip the going on the robots for one step, which is pretty nice. But you know, to do the ice staff without a code, you have to basically learn an entire fucking language. This was the start of the random equals hard, so let's make things as hard as they can to get a really long quest. That's when it started, and I cannot forgive it for that. It's going to get beats here because it does do a lot well at the same time. It has pretty nice story. Also cutscenes, but pretty good opening premise. The core gameplay is pretty fun, but it just does a lot wrong as well. So I think it's middle of the road here. A very high middle of the road. I think B is a good place for it. Riot. How the fuck do we even count Riot? Because isn't Riot just basically a cutscene?
Riot
I know there's like a short gameplay too, but
yeah, Riot was just teasing Exo zombies.
Like the main meat and potatoes of the map is Exo Survival. That's not comparable to the rest of this. And that little 5-minute gameplay segment where you like run to the end, I wouldn't really say that's really gameplay, you know, indicative of the rest of
the reward does not match the 5 minutes of Exo Zombie gameplay you get on that map does not meet the requirement to get it.
Yeah,
which
so
I
I'm gonna have to
get like
I'm gonna have to put not
all the tiers unlocked.
Anyway, going on the outbreak Exo Zombies. It's high F tier. It's not the worst Advanced Warfare map. It's not that bad, but because we can know it gets a lot worse later on. But comparatively, not that bad. I say F tier. Good thing Ash isn't in the stream. Moving on to Infection. It's also F tier behind Shinuma BO1. While I do agree Extinct Infection is worse, it's not as bad as what we're about to get. So it's a low F tier, bottom F tier, because I would play this map again. Like, actually, I do. This is like my second most played Advanced Warfare map behind Outbreak, honestly. It's like, you know, Eric, anytime we go back to Advanced Warfare, I always put it on either Outbreak or Infection. Because I fucking hate Carrier. It's definitely the worst map. I'm putting it at the very end of I never want to play this map again because it sucks. It's absolutely horrible. It like I try to understand gameplay ideas from the devs' point of view, like what it can do. Like I try my best to do that. I don't understand a single fucking decision made in this map. I never will. Who decided to add bomb rounds? Who decided to add Goliath? I want to meet the person who decided who made the decision on this map. I just want to talk. I'm not even doing the Peter Griffin. I just want to talk. Loading a shotgun. I just want to like understand. I can't even understand what kind of drugs were they on when they made this map. I like meth, but I've never made anything this dumb. I don't know what the fuck was going on here. It's my least favorite map of all time. It's going in, I never want to play this map again. Bottom tier. Easy. Descent has a lot of the same issues as Carrier. It also has some new ones like the Oz rounds. But it has a cool setting, so I'm gonna put it in F tier. Reminder when IGN made a top 10 best maps and put Descent at number 10. Shadows of Evil wasn't on the list. Descent was. Speaking of Shadows, oh my god. I know this wasn't really loved at launch and it wasn't that good at launch, but this map is fucking amazing. It's easily S tier. It's one of my favorite maps of all time. It's always my top 3. I usually have a top 5 and the 4th and 5th place always waver. this never wavers. It's been in my top 3 since 2016, and I don't see that ever changing. The art style is just fucking amazing. The 40s is my jam. I love the 40s style. This map nails it perfectly. I meant the 20s, not the 40s. And you know it takes place in the 40s. I like it kind of reminds me of the 20s. Still, I love it. The voice acting, superb, except for Jackie fucking Vincent. The writing, amazing. The story, amazing. The gameplay, amazing. Like if this map was a person, I would marry it. I would leave Eric for it. Love you, babe.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
No, like...
No. Yeah, no, I actually was gonna go for a quick minute.
That's fine. Shadows Evil is better than sexual intercourse. Honestly, yeah. I'd rather do 45 minutes of Shadows than 45 minutes of anything else. So Shadows, easy S tier. The Giant... The Giant's not better than BO1 Dois, I think. I think it does have some issues bringing it down. I think the guns... Ironically, the guns is a big part of it. I do think it's pretty good though, pretty solid. I do think it's a high A tier. But is it better than Call of the Dead or not? I think I'm gonna have to put it behind Call of the Dead just because it is a remake of a remake, so like it does kind of lose some points there. Like it's not that much different than Dois on BO1. Just it has different similar to OG Dois. OG Dois is all the way in C tier because of the bugs. Like I still think it's more playable than OG Dois because it doesn't have the bugs. I think it's about on par technically with BO1 Dois, but since it is another remake, it does kind of lose points for not doing anything different really, other than adding the Annihilator and new characters. Like yeah, it's a good map. I have fun playing it, but I don't think you can say it's better than a completely new experience like Call of the Dead, or on par with any of these maps. It's just a fun little map. Maybe low beat, high beat. No, it's definitely. Yeah. Do I drop? Another easy S tier. Honestly, my favorite map, one of my favorite maps of all time. I go back and forth to my first and second spot too. Like, this is always my third favorite. This is like my first and second favorite. I think it does. I don't think Ragnarok has a single fucking flaw in it. Like, I'm trying to think of a flaw. I can't think of any. All of the bows are useful to different playstyles. So even though campers can say, there's no reason to use the void bow. Those are used for the void bow. That goes for the wolf bow too and the fire bow. Those uses to them. I can't think of a single fucking flaw in this map. It is the perfect map. It has the perfect Easter egg. There is nothing wrong with this map that I can even think of. It has an amazing boss fight. I've actually mentioned decent introduced boss fights. Like I'm trying to think of something to take points off for. I can't. It's perfection. That's Bonoshima. Low A tier. Actually, I'm gonna put it above the Giant. It has some issues, the Thrashers. The Easter egg makes no fucking sense, even though I do think the steps are right. But it's just a fun little map, you know? It's a fun, goofy little map. It doesn't do anything really that wrong. It's not nothing atrocious like Origins. You know, the one weapon's kind of underwhelming, but it still isn't infinitely killing one weapon. Just a little underwhelming. Because people expected a katana. And the story of the map, I think, is fucking superb. This is my favorite ending cutscene of all time. The monologue Takeo has. It has Void as a feature, as Madam said. I think it is a really good A-tier map. Moving on, Gorod Krovi. It's going behind Origins. It has Gorod Krovi, I think, is if Jason Mundell took meth and decided to focus on his worst qualities rather than his best. The map design for the Gorod is pretty fucking good. I think design-wise, it's a good map. But boy, does the fucking gameplay. I like maps from Crank. I love a good Crank map, right? Like, I have Rampage Induce on all my maps. I have a mod on Black Ops 3 that adds Rampage Induce to Black Ops 3. I love fast-paced maps. I love chaos. So it's one of the reasons why I love BO1 and what grew up, is because of the chaos in those maps. And same for 5, kind of. But Gorod Krovi is just chaos for chaos' sake. I like controlled chaos. This is just, hey, what if we did a million things at one time? Like, it's just fucking dumb. Like the Easter egg, like Madam says, trash. You have what, 3 different defense steps, which one is one of the worst things ever in games. Like I don't know a single person who goes, yay, defense steps when we get one. 2, it's with the fastest fucking zombies of all time. Like, the only thing faster than God Kobe zombies, I think, on Rampage Inducer or it's Super Swimmers and Cold War Vanguard. Fastest, most aggressive zombies we ever had, mixed with some ridiculous steps like the bomb step. Easter egg's fucking atrocious. It has to be B tier, behind Origins. Honestly, now that I think about it, don't want to put it behind Nuketown. Is it better than Nuketown? I don't think it's better than Nuketown anymore, actually. I think it goes behind Nuketown. Revelations. This one's gonna go behind Origins because it has an awful Easter egg as well. But at least the Easter egg is actually fun to do. Like, it's awful, makes no sense. The rock step is fucking atrocious, but it's at least fun to do. Like I can do it in like 40 minutes. It's fun. It's just random. Honestly, yeah, I have to say, like, it's fun. It has a fun high round. It's probably one of the freest maps ever. Like, I'm not gonna put it in C tier. I think it's definitely better than all of these maps. And honestly, I'm trying to decide whether or not I think it's better than Origins. I don't think it is. I think on a map design standpoint, it's not stronger than Origins. Easter egg standpoint, not stronger than Origins. So I'm gonna put it B tier. I think it is still really fucking good. Octa BO3. I'm putting it above Moon because I never want to play this map again. Because the rounds take so fucking long. If you do not play with Mega Goblins, you're gonna be sitting in that fucking bunker for 24 hours just to get round 100. It's absurd. It just, I don't know what. I know for like the original knock, they decided, you know what, let's put the Smons a little bit away from the map. Mythosom's left a little slow on round 1. Because 1, it's the first map, they really know what the fuck they was doing. 2, for the spooky factor. In BO3, it's a much faster paced game. So having the zombies retain their faraway spawn points and walking slow as fuck just drags down the map. Like, I tested this before. Because I did write my World at War review in like 2019, 2020, and I've just revised it since then. I went for round 20 in BO3 knocked, and it took me about 40-50 minutes to get round 20 in BO3 knocked. I can do the Final Act Easter egg in that amount of time. There's nothing to do in BO3 knocked other than just kill zombies. So the fact that it takes that long really brings it down. The exact opposite, we have BO3 Verrückt. A for atrocious, which is, I don't think it's as good as its counterparts. I think it might be a high seat. I think it's better than BO1 Verrückt just because it has a weapon. I think it's about on par with Verrückt. I'm gonna put it behind BO1 Verrückt because it's really good actually. It has all the same qualities as BO1 Verrückt. I think the only thing that brings it down slightly. Actually, I'm gonna put it above BO1 Verrückt. I think it might be the best version of Verrückt we have. Because it actually has a fucking auto weapon. And one that still kind of fits the map, because, you know, an electric, you know, you have all the electric tools there, electric trap. I think the Wunderwaffe fits Verrückt a lot better than it did Shinonuma. So I think actually it's going to be the high. You know what I mean? I'm going to put it above BO1 knock. I think Verrückt is a really great map to BO3. So I'm going to put it there. It's like middle of B. I think that's a good place for it. Shinonuma in BO3 is going right next to Shinonuma in BO1 because it has the same issues. Just a little bit worse, as I stated before. Kino, I'm going to put slightly behind its. I'm going to put slightly above its BO1 counterpoint just because it has better visuals, but like I think on terms of gameplay, they're both pretty similar. Ascension BO3 is getting a very low B tier because it does improve on all the issues of BO1 Ascension. It actually looks fucking nice. Yeah, like it's literally so pretty for some reason. Like it has no right to be that good graphically. The monkeys are a little bit better, as Jen stated before, even though I don't think you can kill them in high rounds. Like they, or the wait, no, you can't. Maybe I don't know. I haven't went for a high round in so long. Yeah, it's a pretty nice, solid map. It's fun. It's just a fun little high round map. I think it's easy, but I think it's B tier. Shangri-La, another B tier. I'm gonna put it just. I'm gonna probably put it right next to, right above BO3, BO1 Shangri-La because like, I found it funny. BO3 Shang is like a lot of these maps in Zombie Chronicles have the issue where they're a lot better graphically, but they're worse gameplay wise. But BO3 Shank has the exact opposite, where it's worse than BO1 graphically, I'd say, like visually anyway, because like obviously the texture's better, but the orange filter doesn't look good. But gameplay wise, it is better than the original Shangri-La, but not by much, because Shangri-La's already a good map. I think, you know, they're about the same tier. I'll put it there. BO3 Moon. I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, but it's a high A tier. I love BO3 Moon. I fucking love BO3 Moon. It looks so good. It's so fun. Everyone is fun. It actually plays like an actual map. I love it. I love it. I love it, Jen. You are wrong. Objectively wrong on this one. I just love BO3 Moon. I'm sorry. I have to say it. It's great. It's just bad at the game, Jin. You're mad because it's bad. It's great. I love the high round on it. Super fun. It looks nice. It plays nice. It feels nice. It sounds nice. Only problem I can say is the Easter egg is still ass, but at least Gobblegum's gotta make it better. But like, that's the only downside I have to it. Is the only thing holding it back from this tier is the Easter egg. That's a you problem, Jin. Origins. BO3 Origins gets behind Gorod Krovi. Actually, you know what? Yeah, because it fixes none of the problems Origins has, and actually makes it worse. The mud is worse. They patched the glitch for the Iron Giant, so you don't have to go in it, and it's just like it's just objectively worse than BO3. I mean BO2 Origins, not by much, but it still is worse than BO2 Origins. Zombies in Space Lane, top of A tier, really fantastic map. My only complaint is Double Pack Punch, which is needed for high rounds. Requires you to do the entire Easter egg or to get director's cut, so if it wasn't for that, it'd easily be next tier. It'd probably be up with Doris. Actually, I'm gonna put Doris down the tier. But it would probably be with Doris right up here, probably like right here, if it didn't have that like double pack punch thing. But since you can't do it without doing the Easter egg, and it's needed for high rounds almost, I have to put it in A tier. The Easter egg is kind of like meh. Like it's not a bad Easter egg, but it's not fantastic either. But it has a pretty good boss fight, all things considered, so it is going to be an A tier. Speaking of A tier, we have another A tier map, which is Raven the Redwoods, which I think actually goes probably here. I don't think Rave is the best map, as some people say, but it's still really good. I love the art direction in it. It's fucking beautiful, man. I love the boss fight with Kevin, even though it has atrocious fucking voice acting in it. It's pretty good. I love the bows, you know. The other two aren't useful. It's not like Garage Drop where they're all useful in right now. The Ben Franklin and the other one are fucking useless, and the Acid Rain's clearly the best, but it's still pretty fun to use the bows. They're easy to unlock, and it's just a fun map. If you haven't played this map, I would recommend playing it. On the other side, we have Cherno Shuffle. Scooby-Doo Shuffle, which is a low D tier. For one reason, I think it looks okay, it has good art direction. I love Pangreer, but sadly, the ninja zombies fucking suck. Past round 40, the one open doesn't kill them. and it has one of the worst Easter eggs I've ever done. That literally has a cipher that has 42 possible combinations answers, and some of them at the time wouldn't even be known to players because there's stuff like cryptids and Mephistopheles, which they wouldn't figure out until Beast from Beyond and Attack. So yeah, D tier. Speaking of Attack, I wouldn't say it's not S tier because Elvira, even though I think Elvira is a very good celebrity character, I think one of the best in the game, I think it's a high C tier. Like, it's very middle of the road here. Again, like I've said for everything else in C tier. Because it doesn't do anything atrociously bad like Challenge Shuffle or doesn't want to get 2 Beasts from Beyond. But it does a lot good, but not anything amazing either. Like, it has a really good boss fight, I will say that. I love the Frogzilla boss fight. I do it a lot. I fucking love it. It's great, but the Easter egg leading up to it is not that good. Like, I'm not gonna say it's the worst Easter egg ever, because it requires you to have a PhD in chemistry. It's not that bad. I think if you try hard enough, you can learn it. Like, I think, yeah, Calder knows it by hand, but it's just, it does still have that midness. It has the awful Infinite Warfare, Zombie Collision, and AI. So it gets some points knocked off it, so it's not in B tier, but it is a really good C tier. Beast from Beyond. Never want to play this map again. Nah, I'm kidding. It's not that bad to be among these. It does, I think it's a very high F tier because it does have cryptids. I love cryptids. I'm an extinction hog. You give me anything extinction related, I'm gonna give it some bonus points, and it gets bonus points for that being the main boss. Even though it does so much fucking wrong. It's like if a 5-year-old saw Revelations and said, "Hey, I can do that," and didn't understand what made Revelations good. Because it's like they want to combine all of it, like it's like Willard's film is bleeding together. But it just doesn't fucking work. Like, if it was in the theater area only, that might work. It might make sense. But you have ninjas, you have slayers. I actually can't remember what they're called in Raid of the Redwoods. Clowns. You have all the special enemies from all the other Infinite Warfare maps, which doesn't sound that bad. But each of the design philosophies clash so hard with the other, and you have them all spawning at the same time, it just fucks you over and you have no recourse. So I have to put it in F tier, sadly. I can't put it any higher. It is the worst Infinite Warfare map by a mile, but I do still think it's funner than these. Especially if you don't turn power on. Prologue. I'm gonna put Prologue, not including the ranking, because it's basically just gross in house. So I'm just gonna have to put it here. Now, I'm gonna get some shit, but I love the fucking Ponder. I love it so fucking much. It's the best map of all time. I'm gonna put it just slightly behind Horizon. It's so fucking good. Like Horizon Drop, it almost has no flaws. The only flaw I can think of is the Brenner can spawn in the boss fight, and that's it. The people who complain about the jug system, are just bad at the game. I will stand by that the day I die. If you complain about the armor system in World War II costing too much, you're fucking bad at the game. And that's all I gotta say, because like the game gives you so many opportunities to get free armor. And if you have 10k armor by now 20, just get better. I think World War II as a whole is meant to be like for the more hardcore veteran players who like more challenge, like the BO1 crowd. And that's why I like, because from what I've heard from people who like BO1, they usually say they like World War II more than BO3. I think that's the reason why, because it does appeal to more survival-based, harder difficulty maps. And it's just really fucking good. And like I did the Easter egg during Z4TK, sped on it, and checked. And I didn't buy armor a single time. I still had armor the entire thing. My armor was still free from the station because I used the other options to get free armor. You get free armor so much in this game if you if you know what you're doing. I think if you have expensive armor, it usually means you're back to game. Ghost in House, moving on. It's a really fun survival map, I think. I think it's just slightly behind. I think right here is a good place for it. No, right here is a good place for it. This is kind of like Knock, even more crowded. It does give you a little bit more in terms of Pack-a-Punch and perks, but it's still very close quarters. You need meth to get to the round 15 to complete the challenge. Like, you cannot do this without being on meth. I love it. I love challenging maps. I do think it's a little too punishing for players, but I do really like it. So, Roast House round 50. I mean, it gets B tier. Darkest Shore. I'm gonna get you some shit for this. I know I am. It's above town. People keep going. Darkest Shore bad. Darkest Shore worst map. And no, you're just bad. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. I get why people don't like it, but I love the ions on it. I have fun playing it. I've never had a bad time playing Darkest Shore. Like, it's unfair as hell, but I love it at the same time. So I don't have much to say about it right now. Like, I'll get more in depth into it in my review, but like I just really like it. The Shadow Throne. My least played World War II map, so it's going to go just behind Buried, because I don't have much to say about it. Every time I played it, it's been alright. Very medium. It's like a very lukewarm map. Like, it doesn't do anything really well. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like going back to it. I don't like the wonder weapons, but it doesn't do anything bad either. Like, I don't have like a standout thing that I fucking hate. Like, this Easter egg, fucking hate. This, What War Mechanics, fucking hate. This, the bus, the Daedalus, fucking hate. This, Elevators, fucking hate. Like, I like everything in D tier and F tier and this tier. I have at least something that I can remember in the back of my head. And when I think about that map, I think about the thing I fucking hate. Shadow Throne, I can't think of anything I hate, so I can't really say anything bad. Tortured Path. Here's my issue with Tortured Path, okay? It's not a zombies map. It's not the zombies map including the DLC. The DLC maps, DLC 3 for zombies, was Bodegas Cervantes, USS Mount Olympus, and Altar of Blood. Which is why when people like fucking Lex go, Tortured Path, worst map ever, say it is on, I'm like, yeah, you dumbass. It's not. It's an alternate game mode. It's like complaining about Dead Ops Arcade being bad. It's not the main mode of DLC 3, not at launch. They did fuck up, right? I'm gonna say they didn't fuck up at launch. At launch, you had to complete Tortured Path to unlock the survival maps. And you had to do it in a public playlist. That's dumb. They fixed that. It was dumb at launch. The point is, it's not like that anymore. So to still go, the Tortured Path, worst map ever, Santa maps, like, yeah, that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard from the community, and it's one of the few dumb things that generally pisses me off, because it's like, yeah, you would completely ignore it. And like, Lex did a video where he ranked all the zombies maps in, in Call of Duty, and he put Tortured Path at the bottom. And that pissed me off because in his intro he says he's not going to count Grief Returned or Gauntlet because they're not zombie maps, they're a different game mode. But he still counted Tortured Path despite it being a different game mode. I'm like, you are just being a hypocrite to shit on the map. Either that or you're dumb and don't realize these maps exist. So I think I'm gonna have to put it not included in the ranking because it's not zombies. It's not a zombie map, it's a different game mode. You know, I am gonna go ahead and include it. It is B tier. I'm gonna go ahead and include it just because about how much I like it, but it's not a normal zombie map. Bodegas Cervantes, above Nuketown, great survival map. USS Mount Olympus. I'm just gonna breeze through these because they have similar complaints and they're just survival maps. USS Mount Olympus, I do like. It's gonna go here. It's a good map. It's just really close quarters. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but they did remove whistlings, so that's a good plus. We'll put it behind town. Altar of Blood. It's going to go right behind USS Mount Olympus. Actually, it's going to go behind Roast and... No, it's going to go there. Because it has the Sword of Barbaros, which is fun to use. Frozen Dawn. I think it's got to go top of C tier, because it is a very middle map. There's not much going on in it. It's a very, like, rushed DLC format. It has fun wonder weapons, but that's the reason to go back to it. But that's also all it has, is wonder weapons. So, like, the entire Easter egg is literally just get the wonder weapons. That's the entire Easter egg, so I am going to have to put it in C tier. Because, like I said, it doesn't do anything wrong, but it doesn't do anything really. Void of Despair. It's going in C tier as well behind Attack. I just played it recently. It's not. It's a very mid map, honestly. Okay, I can breathe again. I'm on BO4 now. We're just gonna be breezing through, I think, a lot of this now. 9 similarly is probably going to be in probably in B tier somewhere. Or C tier. I'm gonna be honest with that. I don't understand the appeal of 9. It's a fun little quick map. I get that, but people call it the best BO4 map of all time. I don't fucking see it. It's good, but I don't see what they say when they say best map of all time. Always, for me, it's been a B tier map. I think it's gonna be I think behind Darkest Shore is where I put it. Blood of the Dead. I think Blood of the Dead's gonna have to go in D tier somewhere. Blood of the Dead's a low D tier. It's an awful map, but it does have so many even qualities. It looks nice. I like the Magma Gat. I like, some of the story with the map, like around the Warden. But it also does a lot wrong, so it is obviously going. It's not going anywhere up above this, but I do think it's not the same level as bad as these. Classified, easy A tier. I put it right here. Pretty good map. Speaking of A tier map, Dead of the Night, which is my favorite A tier map. I don't get what people shit talk Dead of the Night and then say, and then go, oh, Dead is not bad, but Origin is good, because they suffer from the same issue of having way too much shit to do, like the just complete fetch quest maps, right? But the difference is, with Dead of the Night, it's fetch quests, or Dead of the Night Campus Mystery, the best Easter egg song of all time, exactly. And also, all of this fetch quest stuff is memorable and not RNG related. Like, sure, you're first time playing the map in a few months, you're not gonna remember it, but like after your first or second game, you will remember where it is. If you play this map regularly, you're not going to ever need a guide. For Origins, no matter how much you play it, you're always going to need a guide for the ice staff. Like, I religiously played Origins growing up. I know every single fucking thing on that. I can do everything without a guide, except for the ice staff. I will never memorize that because it's an entirely different language you gotta learn. Short language, but still basically like a language. Dead of the Night is just Origins without all the issues Origins has, in my opinion. I do think BO4 mechanics do slightly bring it down above S tier, but it's still really good. Ancient Evil, on the other hand, does get an S tier because even though it has the issues of BO4 mechanics, it's not that fucking bad. Like it does a lot well. It has a great wonder weapon, great Easter egg. All the casts are actually good. The story's great. I love Chaos. I love Ancient Evil. What else is there to say? Like, I kind of hate the S tier maps because they're saying, yeah, it does a lot well. Oh, didn't even put that there. I'm like, yeah, it does a lot well, but it does a lot well. What else am I supposed to say? Alpha Omega.
No explosion will equal those I saw in Stalingrad.
I never want to play this map again. I fucking hate it. My least favorite Aether map of all time. I wouldn't piss on it if it was on fire. It sucks ass. Fuck off. Tiger Totem. I'm gonna give it a B tier somewhere, but I don't know where in B tier because it's a pretty good map. It's not as good as Call of Dead in my opinion. I think Call of Dead does beat it out. But Tiger Totem does fix a lot of issues with Call of the Dead. Well, fuck it, actually. I think it deserves to be right next to Call of the Dead. It doesn't surpass it yet. I think it's on par with Call of the Dead, actually. When you just do Die Machine, which I think... Is it S tier? I'm trying to think. Is it S tier, chat? Like, I think it's either top of A tier or bottom of S tier. I'm trying to decide. Like, it's a really fucking good map gameplay-wise. It's one I play very regularly. Yeah, I think Die Machine is gonna be S tier. Like, I play it very regularly. I think it might even I think right here, yeah, it's gonna go above Ancient Evil and BO1. I think Die Machine is a fucking fantastic launch map. It's kind of like the Fauna Reich in a way where I don't really have any complaints. So the only complaint I could have, Easter egg's kind of short, and there isn't a whole lot to do in terms of story, but it's still a really phenomenal map. I still really like Die Machine. Firebase C, I'm gonna have to put it in B tier, right behind Rev. I think it's an okay map, but I just don't fucking like it. I don't know what about it I don't like, but it's my least favorite Cold War map. Speaking on, we have Cold War Outbreak. I'm gonna put it in high B tier. I'm gonna put it, you know what? I'm gonna put it above Origins just to piss off the, the Origins best map crowd, because you know how much they fucking hate. They fucking hate Outbreak, so I think we'll just do it for that. Because that'd be funny. 5-8C is tip with Mimic Step. I actually don't think the Mimic Step's not that bad. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and we put the Dallas Arcades in. Not included. Now the Totem, I think it's gonna go right here. Pretty good enough. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm sorry, I caught. Be an S tier though. No, it's not that good, Eric. It still has a lot of issues. Well, I know, but we counted Tortured Path. Outbreak is just Tortured Path on meth, so I'm gonna count it as a cool experience because it is similar enough to Zombies where I think you can still kind of count it. You know what? Fuck, you're right. Like, I'm gonna keep it where it is. Where the fuck is this? It was right. Yeah, Mauer is nearly S. I think if it had a few. Yeah, I think if the Cerberus upgrades were a little bit more useful, I think it would be S tier. But the Cerberus upgrades do kind of bring it down. Top 3 boss fight. I'd love the Valentine boss fight. Forsaken. It's gonna. I think it has to go behind Rev. Honestly, above 5AC, behind Rev. It still has a lot of issues with it. Yeah, B tier. I agree. Don Fong. Do I have to say nothing more? Now, Don Fong, it's going C tier. Bottom of C tier. And it's bad as people say, but it's not, you know, no masterpiece either. It's like just barely above. It's just barely mediocre, in my opinion. I would agree, but I don't think Don Fong is better than these maps. Tell my dick ass, it's going in D tier. I think it's just slightly worse than Don Fong. Shinemo Reborn, this is interesting. I'm gonna put Shinemo Reborn in A tier. Above Zetsubo. Because, like, in my opinion, Shinemo Reborn is really fucking fun, especially with Rampage Inducer. Like, we know how much I hate Shinonuma. But, like, this so far is the highest Shinonuma has made it. In the 4 times it's been on this list, was D tier. Every issue I have with it is fixed in Shinonuma Reborn. It has a much better map layout because that one little intersection actually makes it a lot better and flow a lot better. The Rampage Inducer makes the map feel a lot funner and quicker. The new Pack Punch and the what's it called? The new Wonder Wolf. Really fun. Okay, I actually don't like the new Wonder Wolf. I like the BO3 Wonder Wolf better, but still, it's really fun. I think this map is a really great map, and like worth it for Vanguard alone. Like, this is the reason why I think Vanguard isn't the worst Call of Duty. Well, okay. This is the only reason why I give Vanguard above a 5 out of 10 when I rank it. Because it has Shinonuma Reborn. It's the diamond in the rough, but it's amazing, I think. Now we have the Yorshion. Which I'm gonna have to put right here, I think.
What the fuck?
Shinonuma is awesome when I say Souls game. It sold the game for me, anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna put Archeon in middle of F. I think that's a fair place to put it. I know I'm probably gonna get some shit for this ranking. I'll probably have, since this video probably won't come out till like Wednesday, I'll probably still have some, a little, you know, the what is it? Curb Your Enthusiasm theme with people shitting on my take, but you actually like Ocean? That's just shock to me. The first thing Eric says in a while, and it's complaining about Ocean. I know, right? Or complaining about Ocean's placement.
Yeah, sorry, I was I was fighting some demons.
Oh. Alright, so I think this is gonna be
The demons were winning.
I think this is gonna be it, chat. I think this is my ranking. S tier, we have Dryzen, The Fauna Reich, Shadows, Mob, Die Machine. Fuck it, Die Machine goes up. Die Machine, Mob of the Dead, Ancient Evil, Beyond Wonderies, Dead of the Night in the A tier. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good list. Maybe, okay, you know what? I am going to move Outbreak down a bit to just be above Forsaken, because I do think Origins and Rev are a little bit better. How do you even? Okay, maybe I don't know if I should even include Outbreak actually, because at least with Tortured Path, rounds 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 are the same. You know, are the same. But with Outbreak, you have 10 maps wrapped into one with varying gameplay. I don't know if you actually even can rank it. I think I might have to just include it in the ranking. Because I'm just comparing it based on how much fun I have playing these maps, I guess. But still, I don't know. Maybe it shouldn't have been included. I'm gonna keep it there, but you know, I don't know about it. Yeah, I guess it's my ranking. Who the fuck cares?